And we are drinking.
Yeah, we are drinking. Cheers.
SGC. While we are also live, my name is Don Four, accompanied by the host, Big Al. Go ahead, tell them how you feeling.
Yo, what's up? What's up? Happy Thursday night. You know what night it is? It's podcast fucking night. That's what it is.
And we're back again. Obviously, tonight we have some concepts for you. Well, it's a very familiar concept for a lot of people. And then we have a pretty good quote of the day as well. Let's go ahead. How do you want to drop this on them? This one?
Yeah. So he said it has a concept that's familiar with a lot of you. It's probably familiar with a lot of you because you're in that situation.
100%, baby.
What we're talking about is your friend zone.
The friend zone.
Yeah, your friend zone.
Oh.
You're waiting there. You're waiting for your opportunity.
Oh.
Maybe a little afraid, a little worried about taking initiative. You've been waiting. You've been buying your time. You buy a new watch just to see if the time changes, but still the same thing.
Oh my goodness, the fucking friend zone. Just ups and downs, and like he said, you're waiting. What are you waiting for? Why are you even waiting? I mean, don't get me wrong, friend zone is good in some cases.
I mean, it depends, dude. It's like, yeah, it's a risky move. Like, I guess that's what the fucking anxiety or like the hesitation comes from, because you're just like, dude, I've known this girl forever, I've known this dude forever, I don't want to make that move. You know what I mean? Because it's risky. But like, how many fucking stories do you see of people like they do it and it works out and you're so good? Like, if it doesn't work out and like they don't want to be your friend afterwards, then maybe you guys weren't really close of friends to begin with, right?
True.
You know what I mean? Like, if you can't be like, all right, sorry, I really liked you, but like I don't feel the same way with you. Like, if you can't be like, all right, let's take a little space and come back, then you guys aren't really that close to begin with, you know?
Honestly, I believe it's worth a shot.
It's worth a shot.
It's worth a shot. Like, especially if you've known her forever, you know, and you've always been waiting to make your move, and then like you see her going on dates with other guys, and you're just like, you know, you're just fucking there. You want to like say some shit.
Yeah, you might even be invited on a date. With other guy.
You might.
Like, well, this is my best. She introduced you. This is my best friend.
No, not the best.
Yeah, this is my best friend. You know,
Oh,
like,
please.
I'm trying to think of like times where I've like specifically been friend zoned. Like, I mean, there's been times where I like the girl and she's like, yo, I don't really like you that much, and then that's like the end of it. It wasn't like necessarily we were friends for a long time, and then like it just ended because of like I made my move and I shut down. But like I've been in situations where like I was seeing a girl and there's that one dude who's just lingering a little bit. I don't know if he's like whispering some things in her ear, little Chinese whispers, you know, as the saying goes, just talking shit. You know what I mean? Basically,
He's one of those guys who have hope.
Yeah,
That's what it is. He's like, he probably shot his shot and then got put into friend zone, but he had hope in the sense that I'm gonna wait her out. Like, okay, we'll be friends for now. That's what he's thinking. But most people don't really get out of the friend zone unless, especially if you already shot your shot. You're just a friend.
yeah. I mean,
It's terrible. But
There's multiple ways to look at it, right? Because you could be like the guy who's already shot a shot, and then like you recover, and you're just like, all right, we're friends, and like it's cool. Like,
yeah,
I mean, that's appropriate.
That
honestly.
works.
You
Yeah.
took a shot and you recover, you're friends, and then there's the one that's just like sitting there waiting. Basically, like you're expecting her to make the move because you don't want to make it yourself, right? Because you feel scared. Like you're like, what if she like rejects?
Anxious. You're not feeling 100% confident about how she's gonna react. But like, I say, don't fucking stay in the friend zone. If you really have feelings for this individual, you should definitely let them know.
Yeah, 100%. Honestly, that's almost it's almost like dishonest. Like, not
you're lying to yourself.
Yeah, not just to yourself. You're lying to her too.
You're lying to everybody.
Like, you're just hanging out there, and she's like, "Why are you acting up the type of way? Why you being moody or whatever?" And like you're like, "Oh, it's nothing." It's nothing. You're like, you're going, "Huh?" You know? Like, you're fucking, effectively you're killing the vibe by not being fucking real with yourself and not being real with her. So like, even if you lose her a friend, like it wasn't ever meant to be as a friend, honestly.
True.
That's what I mean?
That is also very interesting. Now, what about you? You have any personal experiences in the friend zone or just dealing with somebody in the friend zone?
I mean, like, I'd say like I have a mix of both, right? There's one where it's like there's this one girl, like we were friends in high school. Like, it wasn't like, she was a cute girl and like she had all the attributes you'd want in a girlfriend if you want to move forward with that. But like for me, like it was always like I guess I kind of friend zoned myself. Maybe she friend zoned me too. Like I don't know. It was just kind
Why
of.
would you friend zone yourself?
As in like, dude, like.
Well, you're in high school. You kind of
did. Like she's like she's my best friend. Like I saw her like as a sister.
Oh,
so it was like that.
Yeah.
So you're just like, dude, like. You're like, yeah, the opportunity arose. Like basically, she took the chance. Like yeah, but like I wasn't like that pressed about it. It's just like yeah, you're cool. But it's like it wasn't like I had like a crazy crush or interest on her. I was just like, when you're talking about different girls, like you're in high school or whatever, and you're just like, yo, who's cute and who's cool. You're just like, that's the girl you're talking about. You know?
I feel, yeah, no.
And like you're like, and like if someone dated you, you're just like, okay, you're getting a good girl.
Yeah,
like,
I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
You know what I mean? And then there's other situations where I've been like on the inside and then looking at the outside fella, right? He'd be like sitting there looking at me, seeing what I'm doing, right? And like I don't know like what influence he has, but like. There's been an instance where I'd go on a date with this girl, and like she's like, "Oh, my friend, like so and so is coming along." I was like, "Cool." Like I'm not intimidated. I'm a guy. I know what I have here. Like I've already secured your spot on my team. You know. Yeah, but
straight ruthless. Yeah.
Yeah, everything's good. Like I've already secured it, so I'm not threatened by you at all. And like if anything, if she chose that guy over me, like I wouldn't care either way. You know what I mean? Like it was just like. Yeah, it might hurt like a little bit, you know, like you're just like, okay, someone chose you over him, but it's like, you just gotta fucking like accept it for what it is, you know?
Honestly, I believe this is a point that we should actually reiterate to women at this point in our podcast. If you're going on a date or you're going to meet up a guy you're talking to, don't bring your best friend who's a guy. Cause I understand like, oh, he's my best friend. We're just it's cool, whatever. Yeah, do that shit on your own time. That's all I'm saying.
No. Let me elaborate on that. That's actually a good thing to go out there because it's like, it's not an emphasis of like, I get you want to like get the approval, whatever. That's cool. Like. But make it more like of a even setting.
Yeah, a social gathering.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, my friend's here, like I'm having a party, I'm having to get together. Don't bring the guy, especially the one that's been friend zoned. you're crushing him. Like honestly, like
super crush.
Like even as a fucking like, say like you're like the opposite, like a guy. Like don't bring your like if a girl like has a crush, and like unless you guys like at the same time, there's also like the conversation where you've already like. Maybe you guys had a point where maybe like you guys were hooking up and then you decided not to hook up and you smooth that shit over. Like that obviously takes a lot of fucking work and effort. It's very rare for that shit to happen, but in my experience, it has happened for me. But like you just gotta fucking be able to like just be okay with it. Like you gotta understand like all perspectives, right? You're not gonna bring the guy that's friend zone or the girl that's friend zone on a fucking date, especially if there's still feelings involved. If it's fresh, like. Don't do that shit, you know? Like, it's just, like, it's fucking almost disrespectful to that individual. Like, if you want them to meet them and get their approval on it because they're your best friend, like Don said, have a social setting. Like, don't be fucking bringing, like, a third wheel like that. No one likes that shit.
Yeah, dude, it happened to me in such a way that, like, so basically this is what happened. I had a group of friends.
No, we're good, dude.
Yeah, what's going on with that? Anyways, yeah, that's dead. But, so I had a group of friends, and we're meeting up at a club to hang out. It's one of my friends. She's a girl. It's her birthday. Now it's cool. Now this other girl that I was talking to at the time, she brought her best guy friend, you know, to meet us up at the club and everything. Which alright, it was okay. You know, it's not a big deal.
Yeah. I feel it. Keep going.
Yeah, no, it's cool. So it was okay. It was not a big deal. But what happened was, my friends saw that the girl I was talking to had another dude with her, and when we left, they were just like, "Oh, Don's going to have a threesome." Isn't that kind of crazy? They're like, "Oh, did you have a threesome last night with that?" Like, yeah, like 2 guys and 1 girl. But that didn't happen. Obviously, I wouldn't do that. But it was very interesting because I didn't tell her to bring her best guy friend. She just brought her best guy friend because he had nothing to do and they hang out together a lot, and he wanted to meet me and make sure I was cool and everything, which was whatever. But like, you don't do that, especially if you get invited out. It was awkward towards the end. It was okay when, you know, she arrived, everybody was chilling, and then it was awkward when like we're all going our separate ways. My friends were like, alright, we're going home. See you later, Don. I was like, alright, cool. I'm going to go hang out with her. And then the dude's like, yeah, me too. I'm like, bro, you're not. You're going home, dude. Relax. He's like, yeah, I know, but it's on the way. I'm like, dude, He was a cool dude. But honestly, it kind of made me look bad, you know? I don't like looking bad. It's terrible. It happens.
Wait, was it feeling you or what?
Huh?
Wait, he wasn't feeling you, or like how was he making you look bad?
No, dude. So it's like it's me and the girl I'm chilling with, and then he's just like lingering behind us. You know, like we're walking down the
Oh, like
street.
a little security guard.
Oh, exactly. You know, like who's paying this guy?
Hanging back.
Like who's paying this guy back there? We're walking down the street. We're holding hands.
Yeah, because he knows the respect for the girl. It's just like I gotta hang back, but it's just like, dude, like what's the point?
Well, why are you even here?
Yeah, it's like, why are you here?
Why hang back when you can just go home? You know, like you shouldn't have came in the first place. But whatever. It's all good. It's just, but that's what I was saying earlier. Don't bring as a girl. Don't bring a guy who's a friend zone to meet up any of your dudes unless it's a social gathering, as in you're having a party at your house or something, like in an environment you can control. A club is a social gathering, but not that type of social gathering, you know what I mean?
You want to have it more intimate so you can actually have a conversation.
Exactly.
And it's just like, yo, if you're trying to check someone, like, everyone has a right to check someone, right? It's just like, yo, you're maybe vibing with this person, you're like, what do you think? What's your opinion, right? It's like, it's cool to have that validation or verification or the vetting, whatever fucking word you want to use, right? To have that, you know, but just do it at the right time with the right people involved, you know. Don't be bringing third wheel guy around, and don't be having like another fucking thing is just like, that's not even, I was about to go somewhere else, so it's not even with the friend zone, right? It's just like talking about like if you're gonna go on a date or whatever, it's just like, no, I'm not gonna go that way. But yeah, just fucking like don't fucking do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's crazy. It really is. It really is. But back to the friend zone now. Let's go ahead and break down the pros and cons of the friend zones, because what some people don't know, there's actually a lot of pros to being a friend zone guy. You know, you don't even have to get with the girl. It's more like when you're a friend zone, because women they talk about you to their other girlfriends, right? So basically, they are helping you get new girls that you, especially if you're a good dude and like you show up, you know how to act, everything is cool, and you've met some of her friends, but they're not really your friends. Those girls aren't friend zones to you. Those girls aren't off limits.
You 100%. You gotta expand your thinking.
Exactly. You can shoot your shot to a girl. You can shoot your shot to one of your friend zone girlfriends. That's fine. Now it's up to that girl if she's like wants to put you in her friend zone, or if she's like, oh, there's something there. So I mean, I've been that guy too. Like I've had some friends that put me on their girls, and it's super cool. It's super chill. It's super. I don't even want to say it's like it's easy, but it's a lot less work for me. Instead of like going out, finding a girl that I like, instead of doing all of that, I've got my friend who's like, hey, one of my friends saw your pictures and she thinks you're cute and you guys should hang out. Boom! I didn't do shit, you know. I didn't go anywhere. I was
it's like
chilling. It's smooth to get put on, but you need to have the right girls that are friends that actually do that. So it's interesting. That's a pro. You have any cons? Or, yeah, of course you have. There's tons of cons, but
yeah, I mean it's just referral. Like it's just like, I guess the bottom line is it comes down to acceptance, right? And just communicating how you're feeling, right? So step number one. If you've been with this girl for a long time and you've had these feelings with her, fucking say something, okay? Should you reject you, smooth that shit over and become a friend. You know, she can be a best friend, you know? If you guys don't know for each other, you probably already are best fucking friends anyways. So like, step number 2, 3, 4, 5, it could all be included in this. There's like micro steps and part of this. Basically, like, yo, if I'm not gonna see you, like, you don't even have to phrase it like this. Just say like, hey, like, I'm single and I like to meet some new girls. You have any cute friends?
There you go.
It's like as simple as that.
There you go.
And then it should just like, because it's like you and I have already been dated. Like we've already had this conversation.
Exactly.
Like we're not gonna be a thing, and I'm cool with that and I respect that. It's just like, do you have any cute friends? And like see if she's interested in that, you know, and it could be helping you there. It could be the same thing with the guy, right? If you're the girl best friend, right? Like, do you have any cute guy friends that are single or whatever? And you're like, yeah, sure. I mean, like, from my perspective as a guy, you gotta be careful with that too, because it's like, if they break up, it's fucking up the dynamic.
Yeah, exactly. Don't do that.
Oh, my guy.
That was a phone. That's okay.
But yeah, so you gotta be careful with that. And I guess even on a girl's side, right? It's like, if you're bringing them into that circle and you're bringing with a friend, you gotta think about, like, is this really a good match? Is it a compatible match? Because it'll fuck up the whole dynamic.
You gotta know exactly which friend you're putting your friend on to.
Because the worst could be, like, it's just like, it's your girl best friend saying, like, your girl best friend, like, saying, like, oh, like, fuck, like, this guy, like, or no, you're the guy best friend, your friend zone, right? You're saying, like, oh, this girl, like, that's also her friend. You're just like, I don't like her, right? Now it's fucking like she has to pick sides and shit. That's not fucking fair, you know?
Yeah,
but
that's
the
terrible.
side is like you give it to one of the boys and like you have to choose between your boy and your one of your girl best friends. So it's like also be aware of that shit too. So like that's a con, you know?
Yeah.
It's like
super con. Yeah.
It's like
if
cool.
shit doesn't work out.
Yeah,
it's
just be like you gotta communicate to both their boneheads or whatever, you know, just be like, yo, listen, like be fucking straight up, like what you're looking for. If you're just looking for a hookup and the person's cool with it, then that's how you proceed. You keep it casual, you know? If you're just like, yo, I'm looking for something serious and you guys both looking for something serious, then like see if it works. And at the end of that, they just break up, and you can still be friends with both people. You just don't invite them in the same room.
There you go.
Yeah, complicate shit a little more, but it's like don't be a bitch about it, you know.
That's classy. That's classy. But you know, it happens. I kid you not. It happens all the time. It really does. Friends meet friends, and then everyone hangs out. Oh, I like this person in your group. I like that person in your group. All right, figure it out. You know, you can be the matchmaker without being the matchmaker.
No, 100%. All you're doing is inviting people there. That's all you're doing.
Exactly.
You're not.
Exactly.
They can't do anything. They can't take it from there.
Yeah,
Like,
you don't have
it's
to
already-
fucking baby anybody.
Yeah, it's already a warm fucking lead. You know, like
Yeah.
if you can't fucking close on that, then it's like
Forget about it.
it's
You
not-
shouldn't be in the game.
Yeah. I mean, but like sometimes it's like it's not the vibe. You know, maybe it's like you had a good shot, but it's just like yo, it wasn't a vibe. You're not gonna vibe with fucking everybody. You know, so
100%.
that's another like point to look at too. You know.
Yeah, don't force it, especially if it's not. Don't be like, oh, I really want it to work because I'm friends with you and you made. Then don't force it. You know what I mean? Just fucking let it be. You know, if it vibes, it vibes. If it doesn't, there's so many fish in the sea. It really doesn't even matter. You can always go back to the drawing boards. Go back out, shoot your shot. That's a pretty good con. I'm gonna give you another pro for the friend zone-ish. Another pro for the friend zone is when you are friends with a bunch of women, when you go out with a bunch of women, other girls find you more attractive.
Yeah, you're less threatening too. It's like, oh, he knows how to talk to girls.
Exactly.
Like they set him straight. They set his ass down a couple of times. You know, like fucking if he's saying some crazy shit, like now he's
Exactly.
fucking like he's learning a little bit.
No,
you know?
that's also a very good. That's a very good pro because once again, you're like walking in as the alpha male because the other females, you know, the women, they're wondering why is this the only guy in that group? You know what I mean?
It doesn't even have to be like the one guy, but like here's the difference, right? If you're talking about a group, it's not.
Well, I'm
even-
talking about my personal experience.
Yeah. It's like you're talking about he's walking in with a group, you know, and that's fucking like from a girl's perspective, we imagine that being pretty attractive because it's like dude, like the guy is like he has friends that are girls. He knows how girls are like in terms of like what they like and how to treat a girl right. You know, it's like if he didn't know how to treat a girl right, girls wouldn't be friends with him. You know, and it's like. And it's doing it in a group is better than like him just rolling up with one girl.
Exactly.
Like, she could be just his fucking best friend, but if you're just rolling up with one girl,
Yeah.
now everyone's looking at you like, yo, that girl's there's something going on there.
There's a couple.
Or if there's nothing going on there, you definitely fucked her. You know what I mean? Maybe you did, but like,
Well, no,
but that's what people are gonna perceive.
That's exactly. You're right. You're absolutely right about that. People, it's either you're in a group of girls and like, oh, he's friends with all of them, or you come in with one of your friends. But if she's a girl, everyone's thinking you guys are together.
Yeah.
No matter what.
But the crazy thing is like, yeah, like you're together or you were together. And that's fucking what the thought process is. And it's like you could get around with that. Like it goes just straight wing. She's just like, you know what? They go to the girl and like she's just like, yo. And then they're a little confused, like baffled, like a little bit. So just like, oh shit, oh you guys aren't together. That's what I thought. It's like, no, we're best fucking friends, you know?
Yeah, that's happened to me. I went out with one of my friends. She's a girl. It was a good night. We were chilling, drinking, having some good time, and like, every girl I approached said, "Didn't you come in with her? Didn't you come in with her?
Yeah,
Didn't you come?" I'm just like, "Yeah, she's my friend. What's wrong?" And she's like, "Oh, sure, I don't believe you." I'm like, "No, you can ask her." And you know,
like, there's something
but now it's like you're fucking defending yourself.
They think you're playing like fucking chicken. They don't think you
Exactly.
can actually bring her over.
Exactly.
But you're like, no, I'll go bring her over. And at that point, they're just like, now they're like feeling bad for asking that question or assuming that shit. So now it's like the vibe's fucking dead.
I mean, we do the same thing too. Don't lie. If you see a girl walking in with a guy, oh, they're together.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you don't even question it. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, they're probably together. But they could be best friends. You don't know. You don't care. It doesn't even go through your mind.
Yeah.
Oh, she's with him. That's it.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's like that's I would say that's a con with walking in with just one girl. But if you walk in with a group, that definitely differentiates you from being friends with one person in that group to actually having to know all of them, and that right there is what you want to do. Let's say if you have a group of 2 or 3 girls you hang out with all the time, you guys should all go out together, and then you'll see how much, just the difference of how you'll become more of an attractive male because you're simply the alpha of that group. It's very simple, to me at least.
I mean, the only con about that though is like you can see he's gay because all you have is girlfriends. That's like, I guess.
No, dude, come on. The way you walk, the way you talk, people should know.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
You know, come on. That's
like,
oh, he's gay.
Not like, why don't you have all the guy friends? I know, I'm just kidding, bro. This is like, now we're gonna fucking like.
No, I mean, you're right. Some people might think that way, but then the haters are gonna be like, why you only hang out with girls? You know? So it is what it is.
Yeah, I made an excuse for that shit.
It is what it is. Like, you have any more cons about what could, go wrong with friend zone dating or attempting to be in the friend zone?
I mean, it's just like. Again, like it's all about your maturity at the end of the day. It's like
it really is.
Like if you like, it's like you gotta accept this shit. You know what I mean? Like it's just like you just gotta accept it. If you can't accept it and you're just gonna be a pouty bitch, then like the fuck, like don't be doing that. You know? It's.
I truly do believe that women and men can be friends without actually having to have any sexual. Like
yeah, they can.
Think about it. Like you can easily have a group of friends that are girls and just like to be in their company. And it's funny, like when you get that intimate, I would say in friendship, women will come and ask you for dating advice, which that right there, when you and your girlfriends like get together and you guys talk about the opposite sex, that right there, that information you gain from having that girl as your friend, oh my gosh.
No, 100%. Like, it's like I even have friends like opposite sex, whatever, and it's like we have conversations about this show all the time. I give them like the inside perspective of like how a guy acts, and like sometimes it's like I was like, dude, like if they deserve it, we'll crush the guy together. You know what I mean? Because like I know exactly what he's expecting.
Yeah, you crush them dudes.
Like if I need to, it's like or helping people.
It's funny.
All right, I'm not gonna go too much into that. All right, I gotta censor myself.
Bro, if you're helping people how to act, you're helping people how to act.
I'm basically I'm giving intelligence from the guy's side, just knowing how guys act.
This is a turncoat.
But at the same time, I'm getting information from the other side too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's like. And sometimes it becomes like a conference call. Like I'll be talking to one of my girlfriends and I'll talk to one of her friends. You know what I mean? Like, what do you guys think about the situation?
Wow, so you got a little fucking...
Yeah.
You got a panel.
Yeah, it's like a fucking...
You got a fucking panel going on in the background.
Yeah, but it's like, you think about it. Like, the advice I'm getting her is like... It's not necessarily as in the sense of just like, I'm telling her 100% my fucking game laid out on a chart. Like, exactly what I do. It's just like, sometimes like, if someone deserves a crush, like, I'm all for a crush. As Don, like, I really appreciate the crush.
The kid lives for the crush. I kid you not.
So if a dude's fucking acting up, and that's like one fucking thing I can't stand is like a guy just does not know to act. It's like, this is how we're gonna crush him. You know what I mean?
It's why we exist at the Savygents Live, baby, all day.
It's like fighting on another front. It's like, we're gonna teach this guy a lesson, and fucking, he's gonna go home with that lesson, and he's gonna fucking learn how to act. Maybe we'll share with his boys who also don't know how to act.
Oh my gosh.
And then it'll start to spread,
Oh my gosh, hopefully.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
What do you think the most valuable information that you've gotten from a girl?
I mean, it's just like, dude, like, one of the biggest things is just like...
If you can think about it now, because I've got one.
Yeah, I mean...
Something a girl told me that I never thought of because I've never been a girl. But like when she told me that, I was like, wow, that makes so much fucking sense.
Alright, what do you got, bro?
Alright, so check this out. You know how, let's say this. You remember the how you stand on the street on the fucking, you're walking, right?
Yeah.
And the girl's supposed to stand on the inside. Who knows this, right? Me?
Oh, exactly.
For the longest time, I didn't know. Not only did I honestly didn't care, but as a gentleman, when you're walking down the street with your girl, the girl is supposed to be on the inside, and the street is supposed to be closest to you. Who knows why? You know why?
No, so they don't get hit by a car.
Yeah,
it's protected.
Okay, now that's fucked up. So basically, if a fucking drunk driver is coming down the road, right? Fucking drunk drivers coming down the road. The dude is supposed to just take that hit and save the girl. But then they're all like, oh, equality.
I mean that's not bad, dude. It's like, for me, it's just like, dude, like, I guess like.
So you wouldn't mind getting hit with a car?
I mean, like it's like, dude, like I understand, like it's just like, I understand as a dude, it's like chivalry and being a gentleman, basically. That's what it comes down to. It's like if you're not a guy, you're probably not gonna get hit by a car anyways. But it's all about making a girl feel more safe and secure.
Yeah, I
get it. That's the bottom line, dude. And like, I guess like I'm trying to think like. Because there's a lot of information, right? There's my information I've learned in the field, right? Some of the dates I've been on. And I'm just trying to understand like what information I specifically got that is the best piece of advice. We're doing okay on time. We are 8 plus 16, so 24. We're at 24 right now.
Yeah, that's fine. I think you should just turn the laptop down a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine, bro.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
You don't stop getting scared over here, dude.
Dude. Don is not afraid of anything.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, bro. That's actually like
this guy's got so much advice he doesn't even know where to fucking pull
like,
from.
It's like, dude, like it's like fucking like. I think it's just like I guess like the thing like one of the biggest things I take away from this conversation with girls is being sensitive to each individual, right? It's just learning how to appropriately address something, right? Like it's just kind of along the lines of just like, dude, like. Being direct and being honest about shit is like the best approach. Like you'll feel way better anyways, and it'll take away any weight that you're feeling on your fucking shoulders. You know?
Yeah.
If you're able to be upfront and honest with the girl like right away, and then just communicate how you're feeling, like that goes a long fucking way. Especially for the girl too. Like that's a respect thing. And it's just like the other thing is just like what I've learned is just like through my experiences with different women. It's just like always keep the calm, cool and collective poise, you know? Be respectful 100% of the time, you know? No matter what. You can be getting fucking your ass crushed. But if you don't respond with that energy, like obviously I'm not saying don't fucking stand up for yourself. There's times to stand up for yourself. But do it in a way that it's just like you're not losing your composure. You're just like, hey, I understand that you feel that way. But based on what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling, I don't think this is right or this is the correct way you're approaching this. You know what I mean? Like say it in a way like that it's fully articulated and there's no question about where your intentions are coming from. You know what I mean? And it's like everyone needs to be called out every so often and like just do it respectfully. Like for example, I remember like one time like this girl like she was we got an argument and she was sending me snap videos, like just voice videos, and she sent me 100 of them. And I just told her like straight up, like not 100, I'm exaggerating, but like she sent me one after another.
A good amount.
And I clicked on them too, and I just responded. I was like, yo, honestly, I listened to like 1 out of 10 of those. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like I appreciate you reaching out and like how you feeling that way, but this is not how we have this conversation. You want to have a conversation, we're gonna have this in person, we're gonna have it over the phone. Like this isn't really appropriate or efficient a way to deal with the situation. And I was like, at first, like, yeah, she was sold about that response. You know, maybe I was a little, like, I was pretty direct, but she came back and she was like, you know what, like, I shouldn't have done that shit. I realized that, like, that shit's annoying as fuck. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. You know,
that was a good sit down.
Yeah, so it's just like that, dude. And it's just like paying attention to these details and shit. You know, it's just like
it matters.
Learning when a girl's upset. If she's like upset, don't fucking just ignore that shit. Like also understand too. Like some people need space. I guess this is another lesson. Like everyone deals with shit in a different way. Some people want to deal with it right away. Some people need a space. You gotta be patient with that.
100%.
Give them a couple of days and then like come back. I mean, you might be stressing yourself because you're like, fuck, I just want this over with. But if you give them the space and respect like that, the time like, to get through it, like because like I said, every individual processes shit different.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Now let's leave off of that note. No need to stress. The Savygents Live will be back with the quote of the day in a little bit. Taking a break.
Yes, sir.
SGC.
And we're back. Yo, so quick recap of what we talked about today. Let me get my headphones on real quick from Cookie Crisp. Yeah, brought to you by Cookie Crisp here.
And we're back, baby.
Yeah, so we were talking about before just the pros and cons about Friendzone, right? So it's just talking about, number one, you get a lot of good advice from your significant friend, right?
The opposite sex.
The opposite sex. I was saying that fucking crazily. But yeah, you get it from the opposite sex, bro.
Happens to happen.
If it's a girl or a guy, you get an intel, right? The girl gives you intel about how girls are thinking, what they like, what they appreciate. The guy, you're getting more information about the guy side of shit, right? And we're just sharing just some of the best lessons that we've learned from just talking to some of our girl best friends, you know? And like another opportunity is just basically, if she has some cute looking friends or whatever, they can set you up on a date, you know? And we talked about the cons, right? The
Yep.
cons are just basically like you're crushed because your heart's broken.
Crush, my guy.
Like if you get together with one of her friends and you're the best friend, if you break up, it fucks up the group dynamic.
It really does.
I guess that's basically a quick summary of that shit. You know?
Yeah. It's pretty good advice. I say you take it, do something with it, come back, tell me how it went. You know.
Yeah, it's just like the biggest thing for us is just take the initiative, ask, find out, right?
Yeah.
And then from there you work with it, right? And there's like you guys should still be friends, still be best friends, and then just see how like that could be a benefit. You know, whether it's advice on just how to talk to different girls a different way, how to approach girls a different way, or whether she's literally setting something up to put you on with another friend. You know?
Exactly. It's all. At the end of the day, I would say there's actually more pros than cons to being in the friend zone, because you can always maneuver in such a way that the girl that you're friends with can help you get new girls, B, make you more attractive to other women, which is the same thing as helping you get more new girls, but it's two different statements. And then C is just sometimes you just want to be around feminine energy, which is fair, you know. I don't know. I mean, me personally, I don't want to hang out with a bunch of dudes all the time, all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it's a different vibe, and it's like it's good to kind of change it up. It's good to have some girlfriends. It's good to have some guy friends, right? Because it just gives you a new perspective. I guess that's like the bottom line about all this shit. It's a different perspective, right? And it's a different type of energy. You know, obviously you have some girls that are more bro, and you have some guys that are more feminine. Like it goes both fucking ways, you know. But it's just like add perspective to your life, understand like the different points of view, and like you have good information you can share to help out your friend of the opposite sex. Share it, why not?
Please,
you know?
yes.
But make sure it's mutually benefiting, not just one way or the other. You know, that's also key. You know.
Yeah, don't be trying to manipulate people either.
and it's like the bottom line is just, and like the last thing to add is just be real for your shit. You know, just be real how you're feeling, how you want to be, and just communicate whatever step you go. Whether it's like you're talking to a friend, right? Again, like the point is, it's like, yo, just because you get friend zone with one girl doesn't mean you're friend zone with the whole group. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't mean you're fucking.
Doesn't mean you're friend zone for life.
Yeah, like it's like okay, you missed out on an opportunity. That's fine. Just keep it going. Keep fucking going. Look for another opportunity, whether it be within that group or whether it be outside of that group.
Yeah, you can always find a new group.
And like the other thing to summarize is like, dude, like, if you have a girl best friend or a guy best friend, right, and you're going on a date, don't bring them along as a third wheel. Like this, it's disrespectful to the best friend, right? Because it's like they're friend zoned, and they know that, but they're over here seeing you with that guy, or they're over there seeing you with that girl.
Terrible.
And you're making them feel a type of way. Like, I mean, maybe you got to the point where you're past that shit, but at the same time, it's just like, dude, like, it's unnecessary, honestly, dude. Like, again, create a situation where that individual could interact with that guy, and there's a bunch of people. It's a group.
Social gathering.
Exactly.
Have a little party.
10 people or less, you know, COVID rules, you know.
COVID rules, baby. Keep it safe out here.
I think that's about it, dude. I think we touched about on every single point that we possibly could about friend zone. I'm sure there's other shit, but like at least that's what we covered today.
Yeah, that's what we covered today. If you have any questions, comments, write down below. Please like, share, subscribe. YouTube channel at the Savygents, and we're gonna wrap it up with a quote of the day, which I think Big Al has it, and you get to cut it, or who gets to cut it today?
Bro.
Alright, you get to cut it. I'll cut it next time. I want to cut it sometimes too. Sometimes I want to.
Let me have the intro, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, just.
Yeah, don't try to intro after our intro.
Okay.
Yeah, don't try to
No, what?
Yeah. Exactly.
Stutter McGee.
This guy, dude.
What?
Voice crack.
Voice
cracking
crack.
over here. You want to keep going?
No, I don't want to keep going. I am not the Kraken.
He's the Kraken.
You're disrespectful.
Yeah. Alright, so quote of the day. We'll change the vibe a little bit, clean it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Don't feel guilty for doing what's best for you. That's pretty straightforward.
It is. I'm gonna, elaborate on that one. Why would you feel guilty for doing something that is best for you?
Crack your voice one more time.
That's fine. You already said it.
Yeah.
Any other jokes?
I think that's all I have for right now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let me finish this up. So, why would you feel guilty for doing something best for you? A lot of people would say, "Oh, that's just you being selfish," but not really.
I mean, here's the thing, right? You gotta take this a little bit on a deeper level, right? So doing what's best for you could potentially hurt someone's feelings, right? But
Yeah,
as long as, like I said, like the whole thing is about if you've been upfront the whole way, and you're right, maybe you're in a situation where you're just like, I'm not feeling this anymore, just be real about it. And it's like the same thing about fucking like the friend zone, right? Don't feel guilty for like maybe you feel like you might lose out on this friendship. Because if you ask this girl to be something more, right? Don't feel guilty about that shit. Do it. And if the friendship ends, like we said earlier, then you guys weren't even really friends, to be real.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And then like, and it's like the other thing is just like, don't feel bad about fucking trying, you know? It's like sometimes it's like, it's just not gonna work, you know? And don't feel bad about saying no, you know? If someone's like, yo, like, I feel like we should be more, and you're just like, again, like from the other side, right? If you're the person friend zoning, don't feel bad about that. You're just like, I'm not there. I don't feel that emotionally. That's the other point we didn't really hit too much on, but like the other side of it, right? The guy or the girl who's friend zoning.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad about doing that shit.
Yeah.
If you're not feeling it, just be real about it. Don't fucking like give them hope, okay? But just make it fucking clear.
Nah, it's crazy you say that because sometimes for you to keep the friendship, you have to friend zone them. So it's different. It's weird. But that conversation comes and then it goes, and then hopefully it can be less awkward, but especially if it comes from a girl that you weren't expecting, it's like, all right, well, listen, you're great, and I've got love for you, but I'm not in love with you, so you gotta like...
I'm gonna say a little bit better than that, but yeah.
Well, you know what I'm trying to say. This is a short, quick version of like, hey, listen, like, I really do love and respect you.
Let them down easy. Let them down easy.
Let them down easy.
It's like a respect thing. It's just like, yo, this girl's still my best friend. Like, maybe I don't see it more significant. Like, then like fucking just let them know. You know, like again, like that's the fucking point of like our shows and shit. Just being fucking real.
Yeah.
You know, don't fucking hold back. Like,
exactly.
Don't be fucking afraid. And
I'd rather you try and fail than not try at all and wonder for the rest of your life.
Yeah. And then this is a little bit off topic, but if you gotta cut someone, just cut them. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, don't feel, like again, that's back to the quote, don't feel guilty for doing what's best for you.
If you gotta cut someone, just cut them.
Yeah, especially if you give them 100 fucking chances and they keep fucking up. Whether they are a friend, whether they are in a relationship, whatever they're fucking seeing, it doesn't matter, you know?
Yeah.
If they're fucking not making progress and they're not doing what you need for them to do in their life, like being supportive or giving you advice or contributing any type of fucking way, cut it! There it is, dude.
That was a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
But that's about it. We are the Savygents Live. It has already been cut. Your hosts, once again, Don 4 and Big Al. You guys take it easy. We'll catch you on the next episode.